and welcome to the Chicks in Construction podcast. I'm your host, Mikki Paradis, and this is my co-host.
Hi, I'm Jessica Abreu.
We wanted to take a minute to kind of explain to you what this podcast is going to be about. It's obviously two chicks, and we're going to talk about construction, but there's a little bit more, it's a little bit more in depth. So one of the things in my many years of being in the industry that I've noticed over and over again is homeowners having really horrible experiences, whether it be with renovations, whether it be with, having to get work done on their house, having insurance claims. Really, anytime that homeowners have to interact with a tradesperson or with somebody in the construction industry, there's a really high chance and really high likelihood that it doesn't end well. And so much of this is going on that finally I just decided we need to be talking about this. Like, people don't know what they don't know. So why don't we educate them? So that's how the Chicks in Construction podcast got started. The plan is that we're going to collect a bunch of homeowner horror stories. You can go to our website, thechicksinconstruction.com, and there's a little button that you can click that leads you to a form where you can share your own personal stories with us. And we're going to use those stories to help educate homeowners to know where things are getting a little weird, to know what to avoid, and to know what a red flag is, to know when maybe we should press pause on something or call an attorney or get somebody else involved. It's really just for the point of educating homeowners as much as we can so that they can have a better experience. So you, the audience, potential homeowners or homeowners already, can have a better experience when you're working with people in the trades, when you're doing a home renovation, whatever it is that you're doing. We want you to have more knowledge because, the more you know. So I think Jess is the perfect co-host to be on the show with us because not only does she work a little bit in the construction, but she's also a homeowner. And I'll let her tell you more about that.
So I own a company called Brick by Brick Media, where I help construction pros with their social media content. So I am on site a lot with people who are renovating homes, with the people who are doing it, all the trades. And I've learned a little bit about what's good, what's bad, because some of them are going in and fixing problems that have already existed. Are fixing other people's work. And I get to see a little bit of this and I get to learn more about what the trades do, construction do's and don'ts. And as a homeowner, I actually have my own renovation horror story that I will be sharing at some point. And I didn't know anything. And now that I am learning more, I'm like, oh my God, that was a red flag. That was a red flag. That shouldn't have been done that way. Oh my God, why didn't I know? And so since you started this podcast, I was like, this is information that every homeowner needs to know, whether they're thinking about doing a renovation now or sometime in the future. Because honestly, who's not going to want to update something in their home at some point? So, and Mikki has so many years of experience doing so much in the construction industry. So, I mean, you're just a wealth of knowledge.
It's been a minute. So to give you guys a little bit about my background, I have been in the construction industry officially for 20 years, but unofficially, I don't even know how long, since I was a little girl. So I started my drywall and paint construction company 20 years ago. I was still a senior at NC State. I started in residential, so I worked in the residential industry for a really long time. I would take any job, because I was 22 and had bills. Yeah, so I was like, you got a hole in the wall, I'm your girl. Now people call me and they're like, I have a hole in the wall. And I'm like, let me connect you with someone. I don't do holes in the wall anymore. But after 20 years, I feel like I've earned that, right? But so I grew my drywall and paint company into a multi-million-dollar company. We specialize in new construction, multifamily, so like apartment complexes, more commercial type of work. But I'm also a licensed general contractor in North Carolina. And that really started from just hearing so many stories and having so many friends and neighbors having these really horrible experiences with general contractors, and seeing that there was a real need in the industry for somebody, with a high level of integrity. As the time has gone by. I think I've had my GC license I'm like, I always forget when I got it. I know it was like before COVID. So everything is like BC, before COVID. I'm like 6 years BC. I know that has another meaning, but for me, it's before COVID. All these years that have gone by, I mean, the stories are just getting more and more. And so like the first episode that we've recorded for the Chicks in Construction podcast was really a mind blowing situation where it really was awful. And even in that, I learned about even more things that are available to homeowners that I didn't even know about. So it really is amazing how much information isn't out there. So how many things exist to help homeowners that nobody knows about. And so that's what we want to use this platform to do, is to help homeowners know all the options, to help homeowners know what they should be doing when it comes to deposits for a renovation, what they should be expecting when it comes to, doing a kitchen renovation. Like, we're going to definitely discuss like what things should cost. Obviously that's going to be regional, but to give you an idea of, do you have the budget to do a full-blown renovation, or do you have the budget to do a refresh? Because a lot of times it's your expectations
is really high, and your budget is not quite there. I have learned.
Yeah.
And also, there's going to be times where like I'm going to be stopping her because there's so many terms that people use in construction that as a homeowner, you don't understand what it means. And so they can kind of like snow blow right over you and get you to believe things where like, no, that's not right. And it's a learning experience. And so that's something that we're going to be doing too.
Yeah, definitely like breaking down like construction jargon. She's really good at catching me when I use like non-layman's terms. Like on the first episode, I said level 5 granite like 5 times. And after
what was that?
after we're done, she was like, nobody knows what level 5 granite is, but like you and the people in construction. I was like, oh. Womp womp. So that's also why Jess is here.
I thought granite was granite.
Yeah, there's fancy granite and there's regular granite. There's levels to granite.
And now I know.
Now she knows. And so that's what our plan is, and our hope is to just educate homeowners and potential homeowners and anybody that just wants to know more about the construction industry. We plan to bring as many experts as we can to, just give those additional stories, to give their experience so that that certain things exist. We've already done one from a really cool company called Hydroblock. That was our second episode. We have a roofing company that's going to come in and talk about, things to avoid when it comes to like, when it's storm season. And she said the word a chuck in a truck. I don't know what that means, but we're going to learn together.
We're going to have to figure it out.
So we've got a lot of really cool guests that are going to come on, and experts that are available to help educate you. And our hope is to have as many of those that we can. But our real passion is the homeowner horror stories. So that depends on you guys. So we need you to go to chicksinconstruction.com and submit your horror story so that we can help use that content to help educate all of the people watching. And that's really what this is all about, and really what we're passionate about, to just bring as much of that to the table as we can. So we hope you'll tune in. We hope you'll like and subscribe. And if you're watching on YouTube, that you'll subscribe and hit the like button. If you're listening on whatever platform you choose, that you will like it and leave a review. We appreciate that. It also helps with the algorithm.
And I know all about that. So make sure that you are definitely liking and subscribing, and then follow us on all the social media platforms. We're on LinkedIn, Instagram, and Facebook.
Yeah. And we will leave all of those in the links in the show notes underneath wherever you're watching or listening to this. So you can check us out there. Thank you so much, and we'll see you soon.
Bye. Bye.